Hey guys, I'm Caleb. I'm super excited today because I wanted to introduce you to my friend Elvis. Elvis here is a superfly calico ball python. He is just absolutely wonderful, and I've been given the privilege to babysit him for the next few weeks, and I just have absolutely fallen head over heels in love with him. I am going to be really sad when I have to give him back, but he is just the most amazing creature I've ever had the privilege of seeing, really, or holding, or interacting with. He is just absolutely incredible. He is known as a ball python, or a Python regius is their Latin name. They are called ball pythons because when they feel threatened, scared, or uncomfortable, they tend to ball up, just like this. As you can see, he's tucked his head into the center of his body. He's taking a look at me now. Hi there, buddy. They're also known as royal pythons because when they were, they're originally from the sub-Saharan areas of Africa, and they're called royal pythons because African rulers would wear them as a living jewelry, and they are just super cuddly, they're super mild, and they are just the absolute best. I love them so much. The maximum length is about 6 feet. They usually get, at the absolute biggest, 6 feet long. The females tend to be larger than the males. They tend to get to be about 4 feet or so, maybe 4.5. And males, on the other hand, tend to get to be about 3 and 3.5 feet on average. So he might still have a little bit of growing he could do. He definitely could get bigger, but he might not. I'm not sure. He's kind of warming up to me now, checking me out, getting a little more used to me. They're definitely pretty stocky as far as snakes go. They have pretty small heads for compared to your average snake. As you can see, his head's pretty tiny, but it's got that pretty signature python shape. I think a common misconception is that snakes are slimy. They are not. He's actually quite smooth. The other thing that's worth noting is he is cold, because he is cold-blooded. So when you hold him in your hands, it's kind of like holding like a stone that's been in the cold for a day or so. You know, like if you were to walk out to your garden right now and pick a stone up and hold it, that's kind of what he feels like, smooth and cold. As you can see, he's kind of branching out a little more as he's getting more used to me. Gorgeous. There are several hundreds of different, what we call morphs of ball pythons. And a morph is simply the coloring, the pattern. You can breed different pythons together, and you might even be able to produce new morphs. And this particular morph is called a superfly calico, and that is why he is that lovely banana yellow color with the brown markings. I think his markings kind of look like goggles, personally, but he is just absolutely gorgeous. He is named Elvis because he looks like a peanut butter and banana sandwich, which Elvis, the king, was quite fond of. Additionally, Elvis really likes music, and so I think that might also be part of the reason why he is named that. These guys, as I said, are typically found in the sub-Saharan Africa region. Gosh, you are heavy. I'm going to readjust you. They're typically found in the sub-Saharan area of Africa, kind of below the Horn. Typically, they prefer grasslands, they prefer savannas and sparsely wooded areas, but they can adapt to just about any kind of environment, really. Males typically tend to prefer trees. They prefer kind of things that they can grasp and climb. As you can see, Elvis is kind of making his way around my arm and into my sleeve. The females, on the other hand, tend to prefer more terrestrial environments. They tend to want to be closer to the ground. They typically like to have mammal burrows where they can aestivate, which is kind of like hibernation, but a little different. I'm not going to spend the rest of the video talking about aestivation, but it is similar to hibernation. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Their diet typically consists of small mammals. They can have rats, they can have mice, they can have all kinds of different things, and you were just the best little snake I have ever held. Males, when they're younger, typically will eat birds. There you go. males will typically consume birds until they get older, and then they'll move on to things like mice and whatever else they can find. They hatch from eggs like any other snake, and the typical clutch can consist of anywhere from 3 to about 11 eggs, but the average is 6, if I'm not mistaken. The sexual maturity depends on their gender, as well as a couple of different factors. For example, males, like Elvis here, will typically reach sexual maturity around 11 to 18 months, so anywhere from a year to a year and a half. Females, on the other hand, can take anywhere from 20 to 36 months. But age is just one factor when it comes to determining whether they are ready for breeding and mating. They also have to factor in weight. Males can breed at 600 grams, and females at 800, but in captivity, if you're trying to breed healthy snakes, you typically want to wait until the males are about 800 grams, or roughly 1.7 pounds, and females you want to wait until they're roughly 3 1/3 pounds, or 1,500 grams. These particular serpents are revered by the Igbos people of Nigeria. They're considered like a type of religious symbol, and they're treated with immense amounts of respect as a result, and people will not kill them in the Igbos culture. They won't harm them, and if they find one that has died, they'll even host a small funeral for it. So this guy is just absolutely incredible. I love him so much, and I am going to be really sad when you have to go home. But I wanted to share him with you and show you what he is and tell you a little bit more about ball pythons. That was scary, wasn't it? I don't have a very good grip on you. Readjust here. You gonna grip around my arm? Yeah. God, you are just gorgeous. When you rear your head back like that, it kind of scares me, you know? You gotta stop doing that. Yeah, just cuddle up, we'll be fine. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys Elvis. Grace, he's very happy. He is getting a little more social every day. I made some changes, he seems to be a little more happy. But I love him to absolute bits, and I promise I'm gonna take good care of him. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope you learned at least something about these lovely animals. He is just absolute precious. Kind of squeezing my finger, but it's fine. Yeah, see, he's warming up now. He's getting a little more social. He's exploring a little bit more. I think he's interested in my pocket. But is this not just the most incredible animal you've ever seen? Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching my small little informational video, and I will talk to you guys later.